is up guys, Phoenix here, and today we're going to be starting part 2 of our Old Man Mcgucket tutorial from Gravity Falls. So hopefully you guys enjoyed part 1, and if you guys haven't, be sure to check it out. I know some of you guys randomly clicking on these, and this might be the first one you're seeing. There's a part 1. Anyways, I think we're going to start the face. I was going to do the arms, but I think I want to do more of the face today because the arms might take a little bit of time, and I want to make sure we have the height stuff down packed. So what we're going to do is go to the top of the nose we have right here with the 3 flat. And we're going to continue circling that out. So let's get rid of those placement blocks, and we'll start by going up and to the left, 1 single. So while we're going up and to the left, be sure to put your placement block to the left or top each time, and you should be fine as we continue moving forward. We're then going to go up and to the left, 2 flat, and we want an oval shape for like his pickle nose. So we're just going to keep going up and to the left, 3 singles now, 1, 3, up and to left, 3 vertical, up and to left, 4 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I fell, whoops, and that 4 is actually going to be the most left turn part of the pixel art, so we can actually go to the right, not the left turn part of the pixel art, the most left part of his nose. So we're going to be going to the right from there and extending it back down eventually, and then circling out for the eyes. So from there we're going to up and to the right, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row, 1, 2, 1, 2, up and to the right, 1 single, up and to the right, 2 flat, 2 times in a row, 1, 2, 1, 2, and we're almost at the exact top part of it now. So from there we're going to up and to the right, 3 flat, and then we're going to start curving back downwards for the nose. It's a very odd shape now that I think about it. It kind of looks like I said earlier, like a pickle, or like those older cartoons had like sausage noses. So that's what I get when I see this. Anyways, from that 3 flat, the first block is going to get 2 below it. We're then going to go down into the right, 3 flat from that end. And the first block in that newly placed 3 flat is going to get 1 below it. So we should have something that looks like this. It's like 2 arrow shapes next to each other. From the end of that 3 flat, we're going to go down to right, 2 flat, 3 times in a row, 1, 2, 1, 2, and finally 1, 2, down into the right, 1 single, down into the right, 2 flat, down into the right, 3 flat, down into the right, 6 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we're going to go up and around and finish off the eye shape. So I already told you in the first part that this is the right eye, but this is the left eye now, and it's all connected by like 1 block or 1 straight line of blocks, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So what we're going to do is from the 6 flat, we're going to up and to the right, 2 flat, up and to the right, 6 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what we can do is in the first block in that 6 vertical, we can go down into the right, 1 single to connect with the other eye. And that's what I meant. As you can see, both circles of the eyes are now connected by that 6 vertical, that they share that same wall. So if we wanted, we could easily just transition to the right eye, but we're going to continue shaping out some of the left eye stuff and then going into the hat detail from there. From that 6 vertical now, we're going to go up into the right, 2 vertical. And we can easily split up into 2 directions right now. I'll show you the 2 directions we're splitting up into, but we're not going to really continue with the right side. So we're going to up into the right, 1 single, and up into the left, 1 single. And we're going to put a marker on the right one because we can continue going up into the right, but we're not going to. I want to go into the hat as soon as possible, just so we can make sure we have enough time for everything. So let's go up into the left now, 2 flat, up into the left, 4 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the 3rd block from the from the right, sorry, so this one right here, we can add an extra 4 to the top of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the final block, we're going to go down to left, 2 flat. So as you can see, there's a bunch of splitting points recently, but we're going to stick with the 2 flat on the bottom left because that's going to jump into the hat, while the top block is going to finish shaping out the hair and going, not the hair, the head and the eyebrows. And we want to do that last. We want to make sure we have the hat finished. So from the 2 flat, we're going to go down to left, 2 single, 1, 2, Then from that second block into 2 single we just placed, we're going to put 2 to the left of it and 1 below it. So it looks like this now. From the 1 below, we can go down into the left 5 vertical real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then down to the right 1 single. And that pretty much makes it meet up with the rest of the build. And now we can go back to the 2 to the left we did and continue for the hat. From there, we're going to go up and to the left, 2 flat, 4 times in a row. So place and block to the left each time. 1, 2, 3, and finally 4. You can go back and delete the dirt blocks there just fine. We're then going to go up and to the left, 7 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up and to the left, 2 vertical. Up and to the left, 1 single. Up and to the left, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2. Up and to the left, 4 vertical. Up and to the left, 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is just shaping out the top of his 10-gallon hat. So we're almost at the top, believe it or not. It's a very easy transition to do. The hardest part, in my opinion, is going back down and to the back of the ear. But it's not too hard to do because a lot of it's just singles. So we're going to go up and to the right now. 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the right, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. And we're almost ready to transition into singles, which will change into flats. And then we will hit that center part of the hat and start going back down. So we're going to go up and to the right now. 3 singles. Just like this. Up and to the right, 2 flat. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 flat again. And now for the top part of this little tip in the hat, we're going to go up and to the right, 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up and to the right, 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from here on, we're going to be going back down and slanting inward. The only part where we're going to be going back up is when we want to reach the cone of his hat. And the cone of his hat is separate from what we're doing right here. This is like the tip and the frill or whatever you want to call it. So we're going to go down into the right now. 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down into the right, 3 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Down to the right, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. Down into the right, 1 single. Down into the right, 2 flat. And from the right block in the 2 flat we just placed, to start the cone of the hat, we're going to go up into the right, 3 vertical. But to continue what we're working with, we're going to be going underneath this, so down into the right, 1 single. And I want to finish up the cone, but we're not going to be doing that yet. Instead, we're going to start doing the part that the cone is going to meet up with, because it's 2 parts where it touches down on. So we're going to keep going down to the right from the single. Let's add another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more singles after that first one. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're then going to go down to the right, 2 vertical. Down to the right, 3 single. Down to the right, 2 vertical again. And then down to the right, 2 single. And the second block in that 2 single is actually going to be where the other part of the cone would touch down on. So if we were to start with the 3 vertical right here, we would loop up to the right, then eventually point out to a tip and then come back down and touch down where that single is. But what I'm going to do is kind of start it off, but we're not going to finish it yet. So on top of that 1 single, let's add 13 going straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And let's just continue at the 1 single going down into the right, because I really want this to touch down, or at least go to where it's supposed to, which is only a little bit more. So we're going to keep going down to the right, 2 vertical. down and to the right 3 single, 1, 2, 3, down and to the right 2 vertical again, down and to the right 1 single, down and to the right 2 vertical. So it's a lot of 2 verticals and singles. It's actually pretty repetitive, and I hate repetitive parts of builds, but you know, we just gotta get this part out of the way. So after that, we have 2 singles now. Then we're gonna go down to a 3 flat. And from the first block into 3 flat, we're gonna add an extra block underneath it, going down 1. And this is gonna be like the final split in the hat. So we're going to stick with the 3 flat at the top first off, because this is going to go a little bit further out. So we're going to down and to the right 2 flat from this. 1 single first, then 2 flat. I got my orders mixed up. So after that single, we're going to go down to the right 2 flat 4 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, and finally 4. Down and to the right 3 flat 3 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. And then down to right 10 flat. And this 10 flat is actually a mix of the hat and its hand. The lines kind of mesh together here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops. Let me just recount that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what you can do is from this 10 flat, going all the way to the end, the 10th block is going to get 1 above it. Then counting to the left 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to add 1 underneath there. And this can actually be used to start the hand later, but we're not going to do that right now. Instead, we're going to go back to earlier where we had this 3 flat and the 1 underneath the first block and the 3 flat. And we're actually going to continue bringing that down and making it meet up to finish off the hat shape. So we're going to go down to the right from here, 3 singles, 1, 2, 3, down to the right 2 vertical, down into the right 7 singles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then from there, we're going to go down to the right 2 flat. And hopefully the 7 singles was correct. Let me make sure it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And underneath that 2 flat we have, we're going to put another row of 2 underneath it. And from that fresh row of 2, we're going to add 1 to the right and 6 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From that 6 to the left, we're going to go up and to the left 7 flat. And this should touch down at a diagonal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is good. That means the hat touched where it's supposed to. Some of the detail on the inner part's missing. Like I told you, we're supposed to finish the top of the head right here. And this should also complete the ear, which is missing parts. But we're going to go to the right side of this 9 flat we have, where we had the 1 single hanging to the right. And all I want you to do is go down and to the right, 2 flat, 4 times in a row. So 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2, 1, 2, that's 3, and 1, 2, that's 4. From there, we're going to finish off the hat, or at least this brim of the hat, by going down to the right 3 flat, down to the right 2 flat, and from the right block into 2 flat, we're just going to add about 11 to the top of it, 11 or 12, and it should meet up with what we have waiting for us up there. Which it did, so that's perfect. Now this does look like a weird ending point right here, but that's because this is where the hand is supposed to meet up. So in the next part, when we work on the hand, it will meet up with this part of the hat, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But other than that, we only have the top part of this hat thing to do. And I don't know if I want to do it all right now. I probably will though, so let's just jump right into it before I change my mind. So let's go to the left part of this little top cone of the hat, where we have the 3 vertical marked with dirt. And all I'm going to do is go up and to the right, 3 vertical from it, 2 times in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 2 single. Up and to the right, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down and to the right, 4 flat. down into the right 6 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're almost done, ready to curve back in, and we would touch down on this point right here. So all we're going to do is go down into the right 3 flat, up into the right 10 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's exactly the top part actually. So we can start curving back down now by going underneath with our placement, down to right 1 single, down to right 2 vertical, and we're actually going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see I have 1 right here, 2, we're going to go down to right 3 vertical, then down to right 4 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very easy pattern. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to start curving back inwards, 3, 2, 1. So we're going to go down into the left 3 vertical, down into left 2 vertical, and then down into left 1 single. And we're almost ready to finish now. We're going to be going to the left now, down into left 2 flat, down into left 4 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, up into the left 3 single, up into the left 2 flat. And I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little bit scratchy. When I talk this much, sometimes it's hard for me to speak. And I've also been recording tutorials all day just to make sure I have enough stockpiled for you guys. I've been trying to keep up with the daily uploads, and it's working out so far. Anyways, from there, we're going to go up into the left, 1 single, up into the left 2 flat, up into the left 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. And from this 3 flat, we're going to count to the 3rd block, and we're going to add 6 to the top of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From that top block and that 6, we're going to go up into the left 2 vertical, then up into the left 1 single, and then we're going to fall all the way back down to the 3 flat again. Going to that final block, we're going to add an extra to the left of it, and from that extra to the left, we're going to put 1 on top and 1 below, and this should lock out the hat shape. The final bit of detail is from that 3 vertical we've now created, we're going to put 1 placement on top, 1 black above that, and then we're going to go up into the left 2 singles from this newly placed black. And that's it for the hat. So now all we have to do is worry about the arms and inner detail stuff, and we should be done with the tutorial. So that's going to be it for this part 2. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, and if you're new to the channel, even to consider subscribing. This is Phoenix, and as always, I will see you guys later. Bye.